Let's make some delicious chicken Alfredo with spinach, everyone. Yum, yum. You're gonna enjoy this recipe. Let's get into it. I have my chicken pieces cut up to make my chicken Alfredo. I'm going to season my chicken pieces. This is some black pepper. Okay, I'm gonna put some seasoning salt. Got some onion powder. And I got some Kinder's Wet Fire garlic, smoky flavor that I'm going to season my meat with. Okay, I'll be grating my own Parmesan, as you can see here. And I have my cheese grater, and I'm gonna go ahead and grate my Parmesan. So, to make chicken Alfredo sauce, the way that I'm making it, you're gonna need a chicken bouillon. You're gonna need onion diced up, a half to a whole onion. You need about a stick of butter. I am using spinach today instead of broccoli. I grated up some Parmesan cheese, and I'm using 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, okay? And I'm gonna use this oil to cook the chicken in that I seasoned already. And let's get started, okay? So those are the ingredients, everybody. Okay, so into my skillet, I'm gonna turn it on so it can start heating up so that we can cook this chicken. I'm gonna add in enough olive oil to coat the chicken and cook it, okay? So just about 2 teaspoons, I would say. And I have 2 chicken breasts that I diced up. I showed you how I seasoned them. And I allowed it to sit while I shredded my cheese and got my other ingredients together so that the seasoning can marinate onto the chicken really well. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this in the skillet so that we can cook this chicken. And make sure that you cook your chicken all the way through. If when you finish, you don't feel like it's done, go ahead and place it in the oven and keep it on warm. You know, cook it a little more while you getting your shredding your cheese or whatever. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cook this chicken until it's done. I want it done. Okay. Once your chicken starts to cook on one side, just start stirring it around so it can cook on the other side. Okay. Flip it to the pink side. Okay, I'm going to salt my pasta water, like so. Heavily salt your pasta water. Hey, these are the noodles that I will be using for our Alfredo today. See, one is like a serving for each person that comes in this bag. So we need 4 servings. So my chicken is done, everybody. See that? I'm going to take it out of the skillet. Because you want a nice sear on your chicken. You don't want your chicken falling apart. Okay, everybody, I'm not changing skillets, but if there was extra oil that you didn't need, pour it out, okay? We're gonna use all of this at the bottom of this pan, which is called fund. That's what the flavor is. We want the flavor for this chicken Alfredo, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pour my heavy whipping cream in here. I have 2 cups. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna turn my stove on to I'm putting it on the number 4. I don't want it to heat up too fast. And we're gonna scrape this fond off. Like so. And you see all that flavor coming in there? All that seasoning from the chicken is gonna help flavor up this Alfredo. So we want our milk to start to warm up. Okay. Like so. Don't click off the video because you didn't see somebody else do it like this. Doesn't mean that mine's not gonna be better. Trust me, I love food, and it's just certain foods that I do definitely know how to cook. If I don't know how to cook it, you ain't gonna never see me cook it. I'm not gonna play with it, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna add in our stick of butter so that it can melt to make our Alfredo sauce, like so. You can break it up however you want to. And you want that to melt. Okay, so let's let our butter melt. I'm gonna add my chicken bouillon in, like so. Okay. So I got my chicken bouillon in there. I'm going to add in some garlic. Okay. So that chicken bouillon, it will cook down over time. I'm gonna add in my onions so they can start to simmer. Okay. Add in my cheese so that it can start to melt. That's the Parmesan cheese, and I do have some more if I feel like I need more Parmesan. So the cheese is going to melt pretty fast. Okay, so we just want it warm enough to melt the cheese. Okay. That was left over in the fridge. So we're gonna get all this nice and incorporated and melted before we add in our chicken and our noodles. Okay. We add some seasoning. I added some garlic powder. A little bit of onion powder. Some black pepper. And we're gonna add in some Cajun seasoning. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much, y'all. Not too much. Not too much. We don't want too much of salt. And I'm going to stir that in like so. Everybody. Y'all see that sauce? See that Alfredo sauce? And now we're gonna add in our chicken and our spinach. And then our noodles. Y'all see all that flavor from the chicken? If you can get it out your plate, get it out. Because that chicken got some good flavor to it, man. Some good flavor. Let's add in our spinach. Ooh, woo. When you make this for your family, they're going to be happy, okay? You don't have to have that jarred Alfredo sauce when you can make it at home. Now, when you use jarred Alfredo sauce, that's when you ain't got no money and you got a taste for something, you got to whip it up with some seasoning you got, okay? Okay. So let's let this cook down like so for a few minutes, because we don't want to overcook our noodles when we add them. Ooh. Okay, so let's add in our noodles for our Alfredo. Here we have it, some delicious chicken Alfredo made at home from scratch. You don't have to use that jarred sauce. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me some comments. Share this video out with your friends and your family. And stay tuned to my channel, Cooking with TK. Peace. I have enjoyed you all. Have a wonderful and blessed day.